YouTube? This is a short ride that we did with an overnight stay at Malacca. We had just finished visiting the floating mosques, as you can see. We were all just lining up and preparing to go. We're going to go a little short ride, and the end destination, of course, is the Harley Davidson dealership here in Malacca. This will be the first time that we're here. So this should be a little bit interesting. I think the bad thing about being in Malacca, I realized that in terms of traffic, it's even worse than in Singapore. The roads are even smaller and really in a bad state as well. So okay, it looks like we're off. There's quite a number of tourists here. I'm not sure, I think we have a total of about 15 bikes. A couple of Ultras, a couple of Softails, Heritages and Fat Boys. I think I'm the only diner. The lead man's on Crossbones. Actually, would have been nice if someone was a proper photographer that took pictures of us riding. I think that would have been nice. That's Captain Ron. He's a pilot, and he was former Hog Director of Jeddah. Interesting. Oh, this is the 883 on the right hand side. I think I'll probably ask him later on, how does it feel riding from Singapore to Malacca in that position? Cannot imagine it being very comfortable. But I believe that's an IN-83. I'm not sure what kind of bars those were. Here really rough. It's going to be hard. Shit. Okay, because sorry, I just didn't want to die. Right. Stack over. Right. Not know where the stack up begins and where the ends. Surprisingly, Malacca has quite a number of hotels, you can see. obviously it is a kind of a tourist attraction. They have the A Formosa, of course, we just visited the floating mosque. And of course they have the famous Jonker Street, because that's where all the famous foods of for Malacca, that's where it is. So probably this is what they're attracting. Of course there's a big Portuguese community here, and with the old Portuguese colonial houses and architecture and so forth, probably also a draw, and not to mention, of course, the Malaccan Portuguese food as well. I think one of the main attractions here is probably just the food. If you ask me, they have quite a lot of varieties that you couldn't get anywhere else in Malaysia because of its uniqueness. The traffic here is rough. I'm a little quiet because I'm trying to concentrate and keep a safety distance and everything else. And okay, don't want to be lost a group of people we haven't, because the lights just changed. That's another big thing, or a big problem with riding a convoy with large number of motorbikes, because good grief. Because, you know, the traffic light changes and stuff, and you get to lose out. And then, again, with this many bikes, you would have to weave in and out of traffic. Or the traffic weaves in and out of us. Oh, sorry, I had to do that because he broke the stagger and I just had to catch up. I personally don't like to ride in a huge group like this because earlier when we were coming up to Malacca, you know, it's a fine line between doing high speeds and keeping everybody together, and or even worse still, maintaining the speed limit, right? So the speed limit here on the North Side Highway is about 110, maybe to 120. But that would mean that we should be keeping on the left. But you know, from experience and even just now, there were a lot of cars. There was 100, 110, so that means we're faster than they are, but not fast enough to occupy the first lane. And in order for us to continue past until we get a nice big clearance, we'll be occupying for a long period of time the right-hand side of the road. Right? And then what happens is that you get a lot of pissed off drivers, and what happens is they see a small gap and then they go shooting on the left-hand side, and there were a few dodgy instances where I thought, you know, something bad's going to happen. So big groups, to me, comfortable for 6. Everybody has a chance to keep together, get out of the way of the faster vehicle, you know, and we'll be able to see each other. I think large groups like this, it's really hard to keep in line. Everybody wants to be with everybody else, and what happens is that then we do the wrong thing. A couple of times I had to literally signal for a couple of people to get off the right-hand side of the road, because you have those cars right? And the last thing you need is then for them to do something reckless. And that's the bad thing about large groups. I think this is the first large group that I've ever ridden in more than, I don't know, 6 years, 8 years. The first one I did was a hog rally, and 150 bikes. I think that was insane. Amount of bikes on the road. It looks great. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but what happens is that you occupy space, and there's going to be a lot of people that are impatient and may do some reckless things so they can get their way. Right? And here I'm talking about cars, not us. Right? So Harley owners group. Chances are everybody's gone through a briefing, everybody knows what a stagger is, everybody knows to keep their distances, and blah, 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 blah. Everything looks very well organized, but when you're occupying space, you're occupying space. 4 bikes occupies a bit of space. 150 bikes, insane. Worse if you're on the highway, right? Everybody goes up to speed, keeps a good safety distance. You're talking about several kilometers of bikes. Sorry, I missed the visor. Several kilometers of bikes is occupying space. And again, when it comes to exits, you could be blocking this guy's exit, right? And again, in desperation, the guy might decide to do something really, really bad. The upside of this particular trip is that you get to meet a lot of people, right? So the couple on my left is from Morocco. The gentleman in front of me is from Indonesia. The one on the rope behind with the 8 hangers. And it was interesting when I met him this morning, he was just actually telling me, Captain Ron, that his entire family rides Harleys or rides bikes. I think that's really cool, right? You always hear the saying that a couple that rides together stays together. I think a family that rides together really stays together and become very close. Suddenly everybody has the same interests and gets to do exactly the same thing. I think that's a wonderful thing. Money can buy that. Here's another thing about Malaysia, the traffic lights. I think the timing on the traffic lights is a bit too long. I don't know if it eases congestion or not, but you're on a Harley, stop and start traffic, and suddenly you hit for a long period of time at the traffic light, and what do you get? Barbecued legs. So far I had this, I feel the heat, but it doesn't hurt. I think, if this continues and you don't move that much, being an air-cooled engine, it's going to start to be a problem. Oh yay, it's gone green. Woo-hoo. I assume that taking this route would probably mean that we're at Harley Davidson, or we're close by. It must be somewhere around here. No? Yes. Maybe. Honestly, don't know. It's the first time I've been here, so. Okay, Captain Ron's leading. No. Oh, we're waiting for the group that was cut off. Yeah, I realized that there's not a lot of people behind me. So we're waiting. We're stopping here because we're waiting for the rest to catch up. So the traffic light was low, and the timing to keep it green was way too short. Not cool. And this is what happens. Okay, so the rest of them are here. Thank goodness. Okay, so that was the signal that everybody's arrived. That's the problem with city riding. Again, bad traffic and horrible traffic lights. Oh, okay, so we actually are very close to Harley Davidson, so you can see there the big Harley Davidson sign. And so we have arrived. Well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Do hit the subscribe button and see you guys next time.